Good evening, students. Today we are going to start with a very interesting topic. So the topic is about backtracking. So in this topic, what we are going to discuss, we are going to discuss about how this concept is going to be plays an important role in the context of algorithm and how we can able to be apply this particular algorithm in case of enumeration problem, decision problem, and the optimization problem. So here, first of all, how it will be work? It will be watch over the this three problem. First of all, it will be try to find the feasible solutions. Next, it will be find the best solution by taking the decision problems. And at the last step, it will be optimize the problems for a feasible solution. To get the feasible solution, it will be optimize the problem. And main things of backtracking is it will be always use the brute force search or brute force algorithm is only the option. Again, it will be leads to the time complexity, like a high time complexity. So not always a problem can be solved in polynomial time also. Whenever we are going with this kind of algorithm, we cannot able to be solve the particular algorithm in polynomial times. So here, certain examples of backtracking algorithms are like some of these problems are constant satisfaction problem, abounding function. Example, you can take with the Hamiltonian path and endpoints. So whenever we are going with the Hamiltonian path, it is going with constraint each vertex exactly once. Okay, so each vertex should be digit exactly once. Example, endpoints constraint. Queens should not be placed in line of attack in game of chess. So we must not place the queen in line of attack at the time of applying this particular algorithm. And again, if current solution is not feasible, does not honor constraints. If the particular solution is not feasible or not optimized one, then we must not obey the constraint. Then backtrack and try other solution. What we have to do, we have to disobey that particular constraint, and again we have to go and check the feasible solution and backtrack the algorithm. Okay, to get the feasible and optimal solution from the particular algorithm. So next, basically how it is worked, it works through the recursive approach. Okay, and as algorithm begins explore solutions, it uses the bounding function is applied to determine if the proposed solution satisfies the constraint or not. So it will be checked whether the proposed solution satisfies the constraints or no. If not satisfied, then what it will be do? It will be goes with the branch leading to the solution is removed and algorithm returns back to previous level. Again, the algorithm will be returned to the previous level because the constraint is not satisfied. If it is satisfied, we have to go with that text. If not satisfied means what we have to do? We have to go with the branch leading to the solution is removed and algorithm returns will be worked with the backtracks to previous level. Okay, and again, a sort tree known as state space tree is used to find solutions. So here again, we are applying with the state space tree, which is used to find the solutions. A space tree is what? Basically, which is represent all of the possible states of the problem. In the particular problem, whatever the states will be represented, that should be done by the help of state space tree. Okay, and next, from the root as initial state to the leaf as a terminal state. So here two states is minimally used. First one is the initial state and the next one is the terminal state. So backtracking uses depth first search method. So whenever we are using the backtracking, always remember it uses the depth first search method. That is very important whenever we are analyzing this particular algorithm. And another thing is very important, that is recursive approach is followed in this algorithm and the brute force approach, which is leads to the high time complexity. Next is one of the example you can see. So here in this example, what is happening? So first of all, one example is given. In this example, arrange three letters X, Y, and Z so that Z cannot be next to the X. So here's the constraint is given. Z cannot be next to X or Z cannot be next to X. Okay, so based on this constraint, what we have to do, we have to construct a state space tree. So here you can see the ways will be 3 factorial, 3 into 2 into 1, 3 to 6, 6 ways. So now you can see there is 6 ways: X, Y, Z, X, Z, Y, Y, X, Z, G, Y, Z, X, G, X, Y, Z, Y, X. So these are the various ways after 3 factorial, because here 3 constant is given or 3 values are given. So traverse in DFS manner. So we have to traverse by the help of depth first search manner. Then once traversing, apply the bounding function at each step. So after traversing it, what we have to do? We have to apply the bounding function at each step. In each step, we have to apply the bounding function. If constraint not satisfied, backtrack. If the constraint is not satisfied, then what we have to do? Again, we have to apply the backtracking. Okay. So in this example, clearly you can see how this x, y, z, x, z, y, y, x, z, y, z, x, z, x, y, and z, y, x is applied. So first one, second one, third one, in 6 way it is there. Okay. So in this, you can see arrange the letters. This is one of the example we solved. So same way, what we have to do, we have to solve for the another example. Arrange the 3 letters X, Y, Z so that G cannot be next to X. So the constraint is given, G cannot be next to the X. So what we have to do, we have to start from the initial node. Perform a bounding function at every node. We have to perform the bounding function. If constraint not satisfied, kill the node and backtrack. If the constraint not satisfied, then we have to kill the node and again backtrack. Enumeration problem, even successful solution found. Even if you got the successful solution, what we have to do? You have to again backtrack to find other solution. To find other solutions, you have to backtrack. If no other possibility at a node, backtrack. If there is no possibility, then again backtrack. Stop after exhausting all options. Once all the option is over, then you have to stop. Okay, that is what you check with all the possibilities. Then you find it the feasible solution. If the feasible solution is not came, then again you have to search with the initial one and compare it. Then you have to come with the solution, and again you have to backtrack. And once all the possibilities is over, you have to stop the algorithm. Okay. So next, what are the applications of backtracking is there? Basically, Hamiltonian path and cycle. This is widely variety of field we use: computer graphics, electronic circuit design, bioinformatics, genomics. So various applications of this backtracking is there. So again, another example is n-queens problem. So here also placing n-queens on chessboard, ensuring that no 2 queens attack each other. So this is solved by the help of mate solving problem, knight's tool problem, subset sum problem, graph coloring problem, generate K array strings. So these are the example of backtracking. You can tell a Hamiltonian path, n-queens problem, mate solving problems, knight tool problem, subset sum problem, graph coloring problem. So these are all various problems we have to solve one by the help of backtracking whenever we are solving the problems. But the concept is very important, that you have to understand how it can be solved and how we can able to compute the backtracking over this particular algorithms. So this is one of the problem from here, that is n-queens problem. So how it is? N-queens is a problem of placing n-queens on a n into n such that no queens can attack each other in a single move. In a single move, they can't attack each other. Attack queen in chess can attack in either of any direction, left or right, up, down, diagonally, upward or downward. So these are the ways that they are to attack each other. So for example, queen is n equal to 4. Constant is any queen should not attack other in a single move. In a particular move, they can't able to attack each other. So here again, if we are going with the brute force, number of possibility of placing 4 queens in 16, 4 into 4 places is 820. How it is? By taking the permutation of this particular combination, then we can get a 60C4. So the output we're getting is 1820. So better approach is to place 1 queen in each column so that line of attack in the column is removed. Okay. So if you're putting in the column, line of attack will be removed for the 256. So here you can see with the examples. So this is the way, like this we have to keep first, then again we have to keep like this, then this, constant not satisfied, then backtrack, then like this we have to, then backtrack, then like this 3, 1, 4, these are all correct moves. So 8 queens is there. As we move column wise to place a queen, is it safe to place the queen at a position row column that is not in line of attack of other queens? If it is not in the line of attack, we can place in this way. So this is the algorithm for the n-queens function to check whether the position is safe. First of all, we have to check this constraint. Boolean is safe. Int mode in n is a row and column, int row in column, and variable taken as int ij or I equal to 0, I less than column I plus plus if board row I return false. If I equal to row, j equal to column, I greater than equal to 0, j greater than equal to 0, I minus minus, j minus minus. If board ij return false, then we have to return false. For I equal to row, j equal to column, j greater than equal to 0, and I less than n, I plus plus, j minus minus. If board ij return false, return true. Then again we have to return true. Okay, so this is about n coins, whether the coin is safe or not. So this is the moves you can easily understand whether the queen is safe or not. Again, you have to, if not means you have to backtrack. And again, you have to satisfy the constraint of your position of the queen. So same way you have to check for all the constraint and finally you have to get with the solution. So this is the way and this is the final answer for the n queens. And this is the backtracking algorithm, which is very easy. But first of all, what we have to do, first of all, we need to analyze how this n-queens is working over the backtracking algorithm. First of all, solution for n-queens using backtracking, Boolean n-queen over the int board in n int column. If constant is given, column is greater than is equals to n, return true. Then for int I equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus. If it is safe to place the queen at position I column, place it. If it is safe, we have to place it. If it's safe, board I column equal to 1. If in queens is not safe, then board column plus 1, return true. Then we have to return true. Then backtrack if the above condition is false. If it is false means we have to backtrack. Then board I column equal to 0, then backtrack. Yes, backtrack, then return false. And here, what is the time complexity? Time complexity of this algorithm is big of n factorial. We have n choices in the first column. In the first column, we are having n choices. N minus 1 is the second column. N minus 2 is the next, and so on. This brings overall time complexity to big of n factorial. So here the time complexity is big of n factorial. Space complexity is big of n squared. The records for board and the recursive step. It is needed the record for board and recursive step to perform well of this backtracking algorithm. So you go through this algorithm, any doubt, you can put in the comment section. I will answer it, or else we can move it one real-time example in the next session. Thank you. Any queries, you can put in the comments.